Hello everyone. Today I will introduce to you about the Zero Product Safety Regulation (GPSR). The Zero Product Safety Regulation (GPSR) is a crucial framework that ensures product safety for customers within the European Union. This presentation will explore its key provisions, compliance requirements, impact on businesses, and future challenges. In this presentation, we will begin, um, begin with an introduction to GPSR covering its overview, historical context, and objectives. We will then discuss the key provisions of the regulation, including product safety definitions and responsibilities. Following that, we will explore compliance and standards, the impact on businesses and consumers, and conclude with future developments and challenges in product safety. The introduction of the GPSR establishes a framework that ensures the safety of consumer products throughout the EU. Understanding its principles helps to navigate the responsibilities involved in product safety. The GPSR aims to provide a clear framework for product safety, mandating that products placed on the market must be safe for consumers. It applies to all consumer products, regardless of whether they are regulated by specific directives. The General Product Safety Regulations (GPSR) designed to ensure that products available in the market are safe for consumers. Here's an overview of key aspects with scope and coverage. The regulations apply to a wide range of products, including new, used, repaired, or reconditioned items. They cover products sold both offline and online, ensuring comprehensive consumer protection. Key requirements are general safety requirements, economic operators, manufacturers, importers, distributors must ensure that all products are placed on the market are safe. Risk assessment, rigorous risk assessments must be conducted throughout the product life cycle, considering factors like design, composition, and intended use. Traceability, clear labeling, and documentation are required to ensure product traceability. Market surveillance and national authorities are imposed to inspect products and take action against unsafe items. Enhanced tools like the safety gate system facilitate rapid alerts and information exchange about dangerous products. Consumer empowerment. Consumers are provided with more information and tools to report unsafe products. Cybersecurity and AI-related features are incorporated to address modern safety challenges. In implementation, the GPSR replaced other directives and is directly applicable in EU member states. member states, ensuring in uniformity across the region. These regulations aim to enhance consumer safety, promote accountability among economic operators, and adapt to evolving market dynamics. The GPSR was developed in response to increasing consumer safety concerns in a rapidly evolving market. It has undergone several amendments to address new challenges and ensure that consumer protection remains effective. The general product safety regulations have evolved significantly over time to address the growing complexity of consumer markets and ensure safety standards. Here's a brief overview of their historical context and development. Early foundations and product safety concerns in Europe date back to the 1960s, when initial efforts were made to protect consumers from hazardous goods. The early regulations were primarily focused on specific product categories such as toys and electrical appliances. Introduction of the GBSD in 1992, the GBSD was introduced to create a unified framework for product safety across the European Union. This directive emphasized the precautionary principle, requiring manufacturers to ensure products were safe before entering the market. Reforms in 2001, significant reforms were introduced in 2001, shifting from voluntary recalls to mandatory recalls for unsafe products. These changes align European practice more closely with global standards, particularly those in the United States. More modernization and GPSR in response to technological and advancements and new challenges. The GPSR replaced the GPSD to address modern safety concerns. The GPSR cybersecurity measures and AI-related features to ensure product safety in the digital age. Ongoing evolution, the GPSR continues to adapt to emerging risks, such as those caused by a connected device and global supply chains. Enhanced enforcement mechanisms and international cooperation remain key priorities. This historical progression highlights the EU's commitment to protecting consumers while adapting to technological and market changes. The main objectives of the GPSR include ensuring a high level of safety for consumer products, protecting consumers from unsafe products, and harmonizing the safety standards across the EU. Its scope covers on consumer products, both goods and services. CBSR aim to safeguard consumers and promote accountability in the market. Here's a detailed look at the objectives and scope. Objectives of GBS are the first is ensure product safety, protect consumers from hazardous products by ensuring only safe items are placed on the market. The second is promote transparency, require businesses to provide clear information about the safe use of products and maintain transparent traceability throughout the supply chain and enhance consumer protection, empower customers mechanisms to report unsafe products and access relevant safety information, adapt to new risks, uh, address emerging safety challenges associated with modern technologies such as AI and connected devices, facilitate market surveillance, enable authorities to monitor compliance, enforce corrective measures, and remove unsafe products from the market. Scope of GPSR products coverage applies to a wide range of products, whether new, used, refurbished, or reconditioned, sold in physical stores or online. Geographic reach ap- applicable across the European Union, ensuring uniform consumer protection across all member states. Economic operators covers manufacturers, importers, distributors, and online marketplaces involved in the supply chain. Risk-based approach focuses on identifying and mitigating risks associated with product design, composition, and intended use. The GPSR not only protects consumers but also sets a clear framework for businesses to adhere to high safety standards. Key provisions of CBS are the key provisions of CBS are established comprehensive safety measures for products to protect consumers. Understanding these provisions is essential for manufacturers and distributors. Definitions of product safety. Product safety is defined within the GPSR as the intrinsic safety of a product, which means it must not pose an danger to the health and safety of consumers when used as intended or in a reasonable for foreseeable way. A product safety refers to the assurance that a product, when used as intended or in a reasonably for foreseeable way, does not pose an undue risk to the health and safety of consumers or users. It encompasses a variety of aspects such as design, manufacturing, labeling, and use aid is instruction to ensure the product is free from defects or hazards that could cause harm. Key features of product safety compliance with standards. Products must meet regulatory requirements and safety standards set by governing bodies agencies. Example, the general safety regulations in the EU. Risk assessment, um, identifying and minimizing potential risks during the design and production phases to avoid hazards. Consumer protection ensuring fact, instructions, warnings, and labeling so consumers can use the product safely. A responsibility across the supply chain. Manufacturers, importers, and distributors are uh, collectively responsible for maintaining product safety throughout the product life cycle. Responsibility of manufacturers and distributors. Manufacturers and distributors have specific responsibilities under the GPSR, including ensuring that products are safe, providing adequate information and warnings and taking corrective action if a product is found to be unsafe. Under regulations like the General Product Safety Regulations, manufacturers and distributors both play crucial roles in ensuring product safety. Their responsibility are as follows. Responsibility of manufacturing. Ensure product safety. Design and produce products that comply with safety standards and regulations. Uh, Conduct risk assessments to identify potential hazards and take steps to mitigate them. Provide clear instructions, offer detailed user manuals and warnings to ensure the product is used safely and as intended. And traceability includes markings such as patch numbers or serial costs to facilitate tracking of products. Maintain records of production processes and supply chain data. Quality control implement strict quality control measures to ensure consistent safety in production. Regularly, regularly test products to verify compliance with safety standards. Take corrective actions if a product is found to be unsafe. Manufacturers must recall it and take corrective measures. Collaborate with authorities to address safety issues promptly. Responsibility of distributors verify safety compliance, ensure that products comply with safety regulations before making them available on the market. Preserve product integrity, store and handle products properly to prevent damage or, degradation that could compromise safety. Provide safety information, share product safety instructions and warnings with consumers clearly and accurately. Monitor and report, stay vigilant and about potential safety issues with such as customer complaints or emerging risks. Inform manufacturers and authorities of any safety concerns immediately. Operate in response, assist in executing executing product recalls efficiently, including informing consumers and removing unsafe products from shelves. Share a responsibility. Both manufacturers and distributors are responsible, ensuring that only safe products reach the market. They must cooperate with national authorities to facilitate inspections and provide requested documentation. By adhering to these responsibilities, manufacturers and distributors not only comply with regulations but also protect consumers and build trust in their products. Market surveillance and enforcement. The GPSR includes provisions for market surveillance to ensure compliance and enforcement of safety standards. This involves monitoring products in the market and taking necessary actions to remove unsafe products. Market surveillance and enforcement are critical components of the General Product Safety Regulation (GPSR), ensuring that online safe products are available to consumers. Here's how they function. Objectives of market surveillance, consumer protection, safeguard consumers from hazardous or non-compliant products. Fair competition ensure that businesses comply with safety standards, creating a level playing field. Risk mitigation detect and address product risk as early to prevent harm. Key features of market surveillance, inspections, and testing. Authorities conduct regular inspections and laboratory testing to identify unsafe products. This includes on-site checks at warehouses, retail stores, and online platforms proactive monitoring, continuous monitoring of the market to identify emerging risks, uh, especially for new technologies and connected devices. Use of consumer reports and compliance as an important source of information. Traceability requires ensuring products have an example patch numbers, labeling for easy tracking and recalls, collaboration with businesses, working closely with manufacturers, importers, and distributors to address safety issues and implement corrective actions. Safety Gate, formerly RABIS, RABEX, a rabbit alarm system used within the EU to exchange information about dangerous products, facilitating swift action across member states. Enforcement and measures. Corrective actions require economic operators, manufacturers, distributors, importers to modify, withdraw, or recall unsafe products. The penalties businesses failing to comply with the regulations may face fines or other legal consequences. Border controls, customs authorities inspect imported goods to ensure compliance before they enter the market. International cooperation, sharing best practices, and collaborating with global organizations to manage risks associated with cross-border trade. Effective market surveillance and enforcement ensure high levels of consumer trust, protect public health, and promote compliance with safety standards. Compliance and standards. Compliance with GPSR is critical for manufacturers and distributors. This section will discuss the general safety requirements and the standards that must be met to ensure product safety. General safety requirements, the GPSR provides general safety requirements that products must adhere to before being placed on the market. These requirements ensures products are safe, consumer use, and do not pose a risk. The general safety requirements within the FAM regulations like general safety regulations GPSR set a foundation of for ensuring that products available in the market do not pose any risk to consumers. Here's a detailed breakdown. Key principles of general safety set by design. Products must be designed, manufactured, and supplied in a way that guarantees their safety under normal or reasonably for foreseeable conditions of use. Assessment of risk in economic operators, manufacturers, importers, and distributors must conduct throughout risk assessments to identify potential hazards during the product life cycle. Prevention of harm. Necessary steps must be taken to eliminate or minimize any risks identified during the risk assessment phase. Assessment phase. Adherence to standards. Um, Products must comply with applicable safety standards and guidelines set by regulatory authorities or harmonized at the EU level. Provisions of warnings there adequate and understandable. Instructions or warnings must accompany products to guide their safe use. Who is responsible? Manufacturers must ensure the products meet safety standards before placing it on the market. Importers are required to verify that the products they bring into the market comply with safety requirements. Distributors must ensure that products they sell are safe and properly labeled. Stock requirements cover a wide range of consumer products regardless whether they are new, used, refurbished, refurbished, or repaired. Answers accepted during normal use as well as foreseeable misuse. These requirements prioritize consumer protection and encourage innovation in safe product design and establish accountability across the supply chain. Harmonized standards provide technical basis demonstrating compliance with the GPSR adhering to adhering to the standards ensures that products meet the safety requirements set forth in the regulation. Harmonized uh, standards developed to support compliance with EU legislation, including product safety regulations here and on. What are harmonized standards? Uh, these are technical specifications created by recognized European Standards Organization (CN) CENELEC, ETSI at the request of European Commission. They provide a framework for manufacturers and other economic operators to demonstrate that their products services processes meet the essential requirements of EU that legislation. Key pillars voluntary use. While harmonized standards are not mandatory, using them provides a resumption of conformity with the relevant EU legislation. Manufacturers can choose alternative methods to demonstrate compliance but harmonize standards, simplify the process. Publication in the office. So publication in the official journal, the references of harmonized standards are published in the official journal of the European Union (OGEU), making them officially recognized wide application. They cover various sectors including product safety, environmental protection, and energy efficiency. Benefits simplifies compliance. Using harmonized standards streamlines the process of meeting regulatory requirements. Markets assess products that comply with these standards are more likely to gain acceptance across the EU. Consumer confidence adherence to harmonized standards ensures a high level of safety and quality. Conformity assessment procedures. Conformity assessment procedures are essential for verifying and that products meet the safety requirements of the GPSR. These procedures may include testing, inspection, certification processes that products must undergo. Conformity assessment procedures are systematic processes used to demonstrate whether uh, a product, a process, or system or service complies with specific set out in relevant regulations or standards, such as the GPSR. These procedures ensure that products are safe and meet quality benchmarks before they are introduced to the market. Key steps in conformity assessment: design, evaluation, review, and testing. Assess the design of the product to identify and mitigate potential risks. The prototype testing. Conduct tests on prototypes to verify safety under different conditions. Production assessment, quality control, inspect manufacturing processes to ensure consistent compliance with safety requirements. Batch testing, randomly test samples from production patches to confirm adherence to standards. Documentation, technical file, containing test results, risk assessment, safety guidelines, and compliance evidence. Declaration to create a statement of confirming that the list of applicable regulations. Certification and then independent certification. In some cases, products must be tested and certified by a notified body, an independent authority recognized for conducting assessments. Marking products that meet the standards often appear set a certification mark, example C marking in the EU. Post-market surveillance, monitoring, continue monitoring the product safety and compliance after it reaches the market. Corrective measures address any issues such as recalls or modifications to resolve safety concerns. Who conducts conformity assessments? Manufacturers are typically responsible for self-assessment for low-risk products. Notified bodies in independent organizations that certify high-risk products, especially in sectors like medical device or electronics. Regulatory authorities oversee and enforce compliance through inspections and audits. Benefits of assessment ensures consumer protection by verifying product safety, builds trust and credibility for manufacturers and products in the market. Simplifies market access by proving compliance with regulatory requirements. Impact on businesses and consumers, the GBS are significantly affects both businesses and consumers by ensuring that products are safe and fostering trust in the marketplace. Understanding these impacts is crucial for all stakeholders. Implications for product design and manufacturing. A business must integrate safety considerations into product design and manufacturing processes. This includes assessing risks and ensuring compliance with safety requirements to protect consumers. The GPSR have significant in implications for product design and manufacturing processes, encouraging safer, more sustainable, and consumer-friendly practices. Here's how they impact these areas: design implications, safety centric design. Products must be designed to eliminate or minimize risks under normal or for foreseeable use. Incorporating a safe by design principles ensures compliance with safety standards from the outset. Risk assessment during design. Designers must evaluate potential hazards during the product's life cycle from manufacturing to disposal. Mitigation strategies should be implemented during the concept and prototyping stages. Inclusive design. Products should be designed for a wide range of users, considering factors like age, abilities, and conditions of use. Special attention may be required for vulnerable groups such as children, elderly consumers. Innovation adaptations, emer- emerging technologies, example AI or IoT, must be integrated securely and comply with safety requirements, ensuring no unintended risks. Manufacturing implications, material selection. Manufacturers must prioritize safe, durable, and sustainable materials to minimize hazards and environmental impact. Compliance with chemical safety standards RICH is essential for regulated substances. quality control and testing. Robust quality assurance processes are needed to ensure consistency in products, safety, and reliability. Regular patch testing helps identify defects before products reach consumers. Documentation and traceability. Comprehensive documentation for of products or processes is crucial for ensuring product traceability. This facilitates corrective actions such as recalls in case of safety issues, supply chain accountability, collaborations with suppliers to ensure components or raw materials comply with safety standards is mandatory. CBSR encourage greater transparency and accountability throughout the supply chain life cycle considerations. Durability and repairability. Products should be designed for long-term use and ease of repair to align with sustainability goals. Manufacturers might need to provide spare parts, tools, or instructions to facilitate repairs disposal and recycling, and of life considerations such as self disposal, disposal, recycling, increasingly emphasize sustainable design practices have reduced environmental risks and associated with product waste. Compliance as a competitive advantage. Meeting GPSR requirements not only ensures regulatory compliance but also strengthen consumer trust and brand reputation. Safer, well-designed products are more likely to stand out in competitive markets. In summer, SR influences every stage of product development, from initial design to manufacturing and disposal. Compliance fosters a culture of safety and innovation while aligning businesses with global trends in sustainability and consumer protections. Consumer protection and rights. The GPSR enhances consumer protection by ensuring that products are safe and that consumers are informed about potential risks. Consumers have the right to expect safe products and to be protected from unsafe ones. Consumer protection and rights ensure that individuals are safeguarded from unfair practices, unsafe products, and exploitation in the marketplace. Here's a detailed overview. The aspects of consumer protection right to safety. Consumers have the right to purchase products and services that are safe for use. Businesses are to comply with safety regulations, example GPSR, to minimize risks. Right to information. Consumers must have access to clear, accurate, and complete information about a product, including its price, ingredients, risks, and usage instructions. Transparency allows consumers to make informed decisions, right to choose. Consumers have the right to select from a variety of goods and services offered at competitive prices. Monopolistic practices that limit choices are actively discouraged. Right to redress. If a product or service is defective, unsafe, or misrepresented, consumers have the right to seek compensation or a replacement mechanisms for compliance, refunds, or legal action must be accessible. Right to be heard, consumers have the right to voice complaints or concerns how them addressed daily by businesses or authorities. Platforms for feedback are essential to uphold this right. And mm, right to education, consumers should be educated about their rights, sustainable consumption, and financial literacy to avoid being exploited. Legislation supporting consumer protection. GPSR ensures that all products on the market are safe and meet EU standards. Consumer Rights Act covers fair treatment protection against faulty goods and clear terms in contracts. Competition law bans price fixing monopolies and anti-competitive practice. Modern challenges and solutions online marketplace challenge counterfeit goods and unsafe products proliferate around solution implement a stricter string of e-commerce platforms to ensure compliance with safety standards. Digital and high-paced products challenge data privacy concerns and cybersecurity risks. Solution enforce regulations ensuring the safety and ethical use of AI products. Protecting consumers not only enhances their trust but also fosters sustainable economic growth. Case studies and examples. We will review case studies that illustrate the implications of UBSR compliance and non-compliance. These assembles while highlight the importance of adhering to safety regulation. Here are some notable case studies and examples related to product safety and consumer protection under framework like the GPSR. Whirlpool tumble dryer recall issue Whirlpool faced a major recall of tumble dryers due to a fire risk caused by light built up near the heating element. Action taken, the company initiated a large-scale recall, offering repairs or replacements to affected consumers. Lesson learned. This case highlighted the importance of proactive risk assessment and the need for clear communication with consumers during the course. Samsung Galaxy Note 7 recall issue. Samsung recalled millions of Galaxy Note 7 smartphones after reports of battery explosions. Action taken, the company conducted a global recall, offering refunds or replacements and implementing stricter quality control measures. Lesson learned. This case emphasized the critical role of research, testing, and the potential reputational damage for safety failures. And IKEA pressures issue IKEA on millions of dressers after reports of tip-over incidents that caused injuries and fatalities. Action taken, the company offered free for answering kits and refunds to consumers. Lesson learned. This case underscored the importance of designing products with safety in mind and providing clear usage instructions. Fisher Price Price Slipper issues a Fisher Price recalled its broke and point and play slipper after reports linked the product to infant fatalities. Action taken, the company removed the product from the market and worked with regulators to improve safety standards. Lesson learned. This case highlighted the need for strengthened safety standards, especially for products intended for vulnerable groups like infants. Hotpoint freezer issue a hotpoint freezer was identified as a source of the Grenfell Tower fire in London. Action taken, the manufacturer collaborated with authorities to investigate and address safety concerns. Lesson learned. This case demonstrated the importance of robust product testing and compliance with fire safety standards. These examples illustrate the critical importance of product safety, proactive risk management, and effective communications during recalls. Future developments and challenges. As technology evolves, the GPSR must adapt to new challenges in product safety. This section will address potential future developments and the ongoing need for policy updates. Adapting to technological advancements. With rapid technological advancements, businesses must be proactive in adapting their products to meet new safety standards and regulations. This includes keeping up with innovations that may present new risks. Adapting to technological advancements is crucial for businesses and regulatory frameworks like the GPSR to remain relevant and effective. Here's an exploration of how organization and system can respond to emerging technologies. Integration of emerging technologies, artificial intelligence, AI, use AI to enhance risk assessment by predicting potential hazards during product development. Internet of Things (IoT) uh, impact sensors in products to monitor their conditions and alert users or manufacturers of potential safety issues in real time. Blockchain implement blockchain technology to improve supply chain transparency and traceability, ensuring that products meet safety standards. Updating regulations, addressing new risks. Regulations must involve to address risks associated with AI, IoT, and other advanced technologies such as data privacy and cybersecurity concerns. Defining standards, develop clear safety standards specific to emerging technologies to ensure consistent compliance in enhancing market surveillance real-time monitoring use AI-driven tools for market surveillance to identify and remove unsafe products more efficiently. Global collaboration strengthen international cooperation to tackle challenges in regulating cross-border trade of tech enables products in empowering consumers. Digital literacy educate consumers on the safe use of advanced products, including those with AI or IoT features. Feedback mechanisms enable user-friendly systems for consumers to report issues with technologically advanced products. Rethinking product design, human-centric design, focus on intuitive and user-friendly interfaces answering technology serves on demographics built in software's impact steps to prevent misuse or unintended consequences from enhanced filters, workforce, and skill development. Equip employees with the skills to manage and innovate around with technologies, ensuring and seamless transition to tech-driven solutions adapting to advancements not only ensures compliance and safety but also opens doors to innovation, efficiency, and consumer trust. Addressing emerging risks such as those associated with new materials and technologies require continuous assessment and adaptation of safety regulations. It is crucial to identify these risks early to ensure consumer protection. Addressing emerging risk is an essential aspect of ensuring product safety and consumer protection, especially in an era of rapid technological advancement and globalization. Here's how these risks can be effectively managed. Proactive risk identification, trend monitoring, stay informed about new technologies, materials, and market dynamics that introduce risks. Example, IoT security vulnerabilities or AI malfunctions. Collaborative research work with industry experts, academia, and regulatory bodies to identify potential hazards early. Regulatory adaptation, a dynamic frameworks update regulations like the GPSR to address emerging risks such as cybersecurity risks and AI-related concerns. Sector-specific standards develop targeted standards for high-risk areas such as connected devices, autonomous systems, and medical technologies. Advanced risk assessment tools, simulation, and modeling use digital twins or virtual simulations to predict how products behave under various conditions. AI-driven analysis employ AI to analyze large data sets and identify patterns that indicate potential risks. Robust supply chain oversight, traceability systems implement blockchain or similar technologies to track materials and components throughout the supply chain. Supplier audits regularly audits of suppliers to ensure compliance with safety and ethical standards. Enhance consumer education, clear Communication provides transparent information about new risks, such as self-usage of AI-enabled products. Feedback mechanisms enable consumers to report issues easily, um, helping to identify emerging risks faster, building resilience into design. Fail-safe mechanisms uh, integrate filters that automatically mitigate risks in case of malfunction or misuse. Durability and sustainability design products to be robust and environmentally friendly, reducing both safety risks and long-term environmental impacts. Cross-border collaboration, global partnerships collaborate with international regulatory bodies to address risks that transcend borders. Data sharing participates in global risk databases to pool knowledge and identify trends. Continuous monitoring and improvements real-time surveillance use IoT and AI tools to monitor product spot markets and quickly address emerging risks. Periodic reviews regularly reassess risk management strategies to adapt to evolving challenges. By embracing these strategies, businesses and regulators can stay ahead of emerging risks, ensuring both safety and involving remain at the forefront. Continuous improvement and policy update. The GPSR must undergo continuous improvement and updates to address changing market dynamics and consumer needs. Stakeholder engagement is crucial for effective policy development. Continuous improvement and policy updates are essential for ensuring that safety regulations such as the GPSR remain effective and relevant in a changing world. Here are key elements to consider. Embracing continuous improvement data-driven decision making regularly analyze data from incidents, consumer feedback, and market trends to identify gaps in current policies. Use this data to refine standards and processes, stakeholder collaboration, work with manufacturers, distributors, consumers, and regulatory bodies to gather insights and address emerging challenges, foster and culture of accountability and shared responsibility. Feedback loops create systems to capture feedback on the effectiveness of uh, existing regulations and make uh, I, I, interactive changes based on findings. Adopting best practice learned from other regions, industries, and technologies to adopt global best practices in product safety and consumer protection. Regular policy updates, adapting to emerging technologies, updates regulations to address new challenges posed by AI, IoT, and connected devices, ensuring they are secure and safe for consumers. Global harmonization align policy changes with international standards to facilitate trade and ensure consistent safety requirements across border sector, specific updates, tailor policy updates to address unique risks in specific industries such as healthcare, electronics, or children's products. Environmental considerations incorporate sustainability goals into policies, encouraging the EU's the use of eco-friendly materials and designs to reduce environmental impact. Monitoring and enforcement, regular audits are conducted periodic reviews to ensure that policies are being implemented effectively. Flexible enforcement mechanisms adapt enforcement strategies to address non-compliance in innovative and efficient ways, such as the deploying advanced monitoring tools, educating and empowering stakeholders, consumer awareness, provide days to consumers about price and the safety standard they should expect from products. Business training offer training to businesses complying with updated regulations and adopting safer practice. By committing to continuous improvement and regular policies updates, regulatory frameworks like GPSR can ensure they not only meet current safety needs but also anticipate and adapt to future challenges. Um, the EU Zero Product Safety Regulations is essential for ensuring the safety of consumer products. Understanding its provisions and implications can help businesses navigate compliance challenges while safeguarding consumers. In summary, GPSR are a vital framework that safeguards consumers by ensuring that products in the market meet rigorous safety standards through clearly defined responsibility from manufacturers, distributors, and other stakeholders. The CBSR fosters accountability and compliance across the supply chain, adapting to technological advancements, addressing emerging risks, and maintaining a culture of continuous improvement are essential to keep these regulations relevant and effective. Furthermore, empowering uh, consumers with knowledge and fostering collaboration among stakeholders ensures and safer and more transparent marketplace by integrating safety, innovation, and sustainability into product design and manufacturing processes. Business not only comply with regulations but also build trust and loyalty among consumers, driving term success. Thank you for your listen. See you again.